So I'm going to reset password to this user, guys, so that, and we already know that reset password notification is active in our system, and the user should receive now, the user should receive an email notification. So Clark email ID associated with my email ID. So I should receive an email notification to my inbox, guys. Let's say reset user password. So let me check my email ID, guys. It will take one or 2 minutes, guys, to receive the email. Not yet, guys. Let me do another action, guys. Welcome message notification with the for the any new user that you are adding into the system, right? I'm activating these two things, guys. Let's say I'm trying to add a new user into the system. Update user information and go to manage users option, and you are trying to add a new employee into the system. Let's say I'm going to add a new user using the detailed add user option. And you have to make sure, guys, you have to select this option, send welcome email to the new user. So you added the user, and let's verify, guys. And you can see, guys, right now I received the email notification for the welcome, which means that it's nothing but the welcome message to the new user, guys. I'm not sure like with the earlier one why it was not received. And you can see this is the welcome message notification, welcome to the success factors. And you can see this is how whenever you are trying to add couple of users, let's say you are adding 100 users into the system. So this is the best option. You are going to load that data into the UDF file, and you are importing the UDF file into the system. Whenever you are trying to import the employees data through the UDF file, right? Select the option of like sending email notifications to them, so that all this information is going to be captured, and they know that what is their username and how to reset their password, so that they will be able to log into the SuccessFactors system, guys. So likewise, you have all the like what are the actions that you are going to take on the employee records, right? In your SuccessFactors system, you have the associated email notification available under the email notification template settings, guys. When you go on to the employee center system, you see many other email notifications also, guys. It is just these emails are just associated with respect to your talent management system, guys. And the other thing is like now you know that how to activate your email notification and how to configure this text. And the other thing is like, say you have your legacy system and you want to load the template, the email templates from your legacy system to your SuccessFactors system. How you are going to do that? You got your your own template, your own formatting. Everything is like everything is properly properly designed, and everything is you are being used it for a couple of years. So how you are going to load those legacy email templates into your SuccessFactors system is like, you can see guys here, whenever you talk about a particular template, let's say you are talking about 360 documents kickoff notification. There is an option to import the associated template here. You can see here, you can go ahead and browse for that particular template. Say if you have your template available right now, you can go ahead and browse for that particular template and you can upload the template file, so that template, whatever the template you configure, right, it is going to sit here, guys. And how
Raghu, I'm sorry, your screen was frozen. I didn't see what happened over there.
No, I'm talking about like how to import the legacy system templates, the email templates especially, into your SuccessFactors system. So how you can do that is like, you have to download the template from your legacy system, and from your SuccessFactors system, how you are going to consume that is, go to the associated email. You can see right now, let's say you are interested in uploading the template for the password change notification from your legacy system into the SuccessFactors system. And once you are in the password change notification, right, browse for the template. So the template might be existing, should be existing somewhere on your system, right? So browse for the template and you just click on upload template file. That's it. That template, what are the designs and everything, the text, everything you have captured in the legacy system, right? That is what you are going to see in the text or in the subject line, all those things, guys. So how the template looks like is like, you can also download the existing templates from your SuccessFactors system, and you can also have a look at it, guys, to see like how the template looks like. It's all like a simple XML format, but someone who is familiar with working on the email template, they know this format, guys. You can see here. And basically like everything is going to some tags here. You can see the subject, and this is your subject, and then it is the actual body. This is your email body. So you should be like someone who is like really know like how to design your email templates, all those, and they will be able to do that. But the option is like, as a SuccessFactors consultant, you should know that whether you will be able to import your email templates formatted into XML file or not, guys. Yes, you will be able to import those things or export those things into XML formats, and this is the place where you are going to do that particular thing, guys.
So Raghu, can you show the whole list of tokens available?
Yeah, no, there is a document, guys. 1 second. Okay. I cannot show you like there is no place as such to see all the system tokens, but it's a documentation, guys. 1 second. Let me.
So another one is, I know the token has a URL already, but can we add a like google.com or something?
No.
In this one?
No, you will not be able to do that. Only the signature you can change it. Everything is going to be generated by the system. Let me show you where you will be able to add your signature, because each organization is going to have their own signature, right? Their own logo and everything. That part you can do that, but apart from that, the password token or the username token, right? You will not be able to do anything, guys. 1 second, guys. It's not available.
So Raghu, where are these tokens lying? Are they need to be downloaded from somewhere? These XML file formats?
No. It's a part of your documentation. That is how you know like what are the tokens available in your system.
Okay.
On the system, you will not be able to see where they are available, because there is no such option to see all the existing tokens of your system. It's all a part of documentation, guys. 1 second. I remember like I provided the documentation to my previous trainees. Shweta, can you mute yourself, Shweta?
It's not me, Raghu. It's not Smita.
Smeta.
Oh.
I'll send that to you guys. Sorry, but I am pretty sure that I sent the document to my previous trainees. Yeah, got it.
Raghu, I have a question. For sharing of documents, can you create a Dropbox box, each one of us? It would be easier for you also to upload there.
Each one of you, I'm not getting you.
Dropbox, I'm talking about the Dropbox.
Okay, on but Dropbox has a limitation, right? Yeah, I used that previously, but the document that I'm going to share you, right? Dropbox is not sufficient. That is the reason, like, I moved to Google Drive and copy.com, which will give you like 15 GB of free space.
Okay.
Yeah. I tried that Dropbox lot many times, and always like we ended in problems with the Dropbox. Sweta.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay. So I'll send the document, guys. The system tokens. What are the tokens that are available in your system? Please have a look at it, and all those tokens you can use your email notifications or wherever you want to use in the system, right? Wherever possible, you can use those things, guys. And the other thing, with respect to your,
Raghu, can you also send I'm sorry. Can you also send the documents for attributes? The data model attributes thing that you were showing that is defined in an implementation guide?
that's a part of your Employee Central, Smita. I'll share that whenever we are going to start the Employee Central module, Smita.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. And you can see, guys, if you go to any organization, like you can see here, they have their own security policies, right? Say they need to have some restrictions on the password lengths, or the kind of character that you are going to use in the passwords, or how many days your password should expire. So those kind of security concerns where you are going to configure your SuccessFactors system. So in order to do that, right, you have to go to your administration tools and go to company settings. And once you go to the company settings, right, you can see here company system and no, you can see here password and login policy settings. You can see under your administration tools, company settings, password and login policy settings. Once you click on the password and policy settings, you can see here you have all the constraints with respect to your password policies. Basically, like, what is the minimum length of your password? What is the maximum length of your password? What is the minimum age in days? And what is the maximum days your password should be resetted? For every 30 days, right now it will prompt you to change your password. And after how many number of successive failures, your account should be locked. Right now it is configured as 3. So all these kind of things, your security related things is going to be configured from the password and login policy settings. You can just go and have a look at it. It's straightforward, guys. There is no point of explaining all these things, but you can just also have a look at it. Then you will be able to. Then you can clearly understand that what kind of security the SuccessFactors system is providing, guys.
What is -1?
So can you also talk about the SSO maybe now or later on whenever you?
SSO, I can give some inputs, guys, but I cannot configure SSO in my system, guys, because I cannot integrate my SuccessFactors system with a third-party website. Because usually,
just as information.
Oh yeah, I'll talk about the 2 different methodologies or 2 different techniques how you can do your SSO, Srini. I'll definitely provide information on that, Srini. And one more security around your security, as we are discussing security, right? You can restrict the login access into your SuccessFactors system based on the IP address range, guys. Where you are going to do that is going to be in your provisioning system, guys. In your provisioning system, you have to go to one second, guys. And they can also track all the where from users are logging into the system and all those things. They can extract a report, guys. Let me show you.